Today's topic of discussion is innate immunity under the chapter Human Health and Disease. To understand innate immunity, first we have to know what is immunity. Immunity is the system present in our bodies, in human bodies, whereby we protect ourselves from germs or pathogens or antigens, infectious agents, thereby prevent diseases. So immunity is the system which is the defensive mechanism of the body. Now, immunity, it is of mainly two types, that is innate and acquired. Now, innate and acquired. Innate is the one which we have since our birth. These are due to genetic factors. Acquired is something which is acquired during a lifetime. Acquired is mainly provided through some specific cells, particular cells, which produces antibodies. So antibodies which our body themselves they can produce, or they can be provided from some external source, naturally or artificially. Even active can be naturally or artificially. A separate discussion will be made to talk about acquired immunity. This is just the introduction. In this particular presentation, I will mainly focus on innate immunity. Now, innate immunity is something which we have since birth. It is inherited from our parents. It is said to be non-specific. Why non-specific? Because it is not targeted against particular germ. The innate immunity which we have since birth, it will help us in preventing pathogens of any type. It is not particularly meant for one. It is the main principle behind it is barrier. Barrier means just to block the penetration of pathogen into our tissues or cells, thereby prevent malfunctioning. Now, barriers can be physical. In case of physical, we have like the surface defensive skin. Now, skin all over the body, it's present protecting all our internal tissues. So, skin is a very good defensive agent in our body, physical. We have hair inside our nostrils. We have mucus which is produced in our inner linings. So all these acts as the physical barrier. That is, if the pathogen somehow enters through the openings like nose, mouth, genital pores, if somehow they somehow enter, even if they enter, like the physical barriers which we have, skin, air, mucus, even the air wax that is present, what will happen? That will prevent the pathogen from getting in touch with the soft tissue layers. Then other types are physiological, cellular and cytokine. Now physiological is something like the acids, hydrochloric acid produced in our stomach. If somehow the pathogen has entered when we ate contaminated food, it reached the stomach. So in our stomach, what will happen? The acid will try to kill the pathogen to some extent. The saliva in our mouth, it contains lysozyme. It will also kill the bacteria. Lysozyme can dissolve or can carry out lysis of bacteria. Teardrops, they have lysozyme. They can also kill. So these will act as physiological barriers. Then next we have cellular barriers. Now cellular barriers and as well as cytokine barriers. Now cellular and cytokine barriers are mainly the cells that are produced by the cells that are present in our circulatory system. We have in our circulatory system WBC, that is white blood cells, leukocytes, okay, which acts as the phagocyte, monocytes, neutrophils, macrophages, which are present in our circulatory system. We also have some the mast cells in the areolar tissue just beneath the skin layer. These mast cells, they produce chemicals like histamine and serotonin that will cause inflammatory reactions and thereby kill pathogens. We have natural killer cells, complement systems. Each of these we will talk about in the coming slides. So all these constitute the cellular defense mechanism, innate immunity. And cytokines are a group of proteins that are released by certain cells of the body that helps in killing germs. Now coming back again to innate defenses, here already I have mentioned physical barriers which will keep organisms away, like we have our skin, we have the sweat glands. okay, the secretions of the skin, they will also prevent. The epithelial layer also prevents. Then next, the cellular barriers, phagocytes. Phagocytes, which can be macrophages, neutrophils, eosinophils, monocytes. These are all part of, or they are the components of white blood cells in general. Different types we had learned earlier, like the white blood cells, they are of different categories: neutrophils, eosinophils, monocytes. We have learned all these things. So basophils. So mainly the white blood cells responsible for defense mechanism are these types. Now how do they act? As you can see here in this picture, it is shown they will engulf the germ. They will eat up, they will engulf the germ, they will take it within it, and then simply destroy the pathogen. Phagocytosis is the mode of killing the pathogen. Then there is another system which is also more commonly called as immunological surveillance. Surveillance means it will help in killing abnormal cells by the natural killer cells. There are some natural killer cells produced by the bone marrow of our body. Inside our bones, the bone marrow produces the natural killer cells, abbreviated as NK cells. These cells, they can kill the invading, they can produce chemicals whereby, okay, they can produce chemicals whereby the invading cell, suppose this is the pathogen, okay, abnormal bacterial cell or anything, what can it do? It will release chemicals whereby the pathogen will be totally killed. It will totally be destroyed. It will simply be destroyed. Okay, so that is how the natural killer cells work, through chemicals like interference. They even help in killing of viruses. Now viruses, how will they be prevented? What will happen whenever a virus infects the cell? Whenever the virus infects the cell, the whenever the virus is infected, if this is the cell, the virus has infected it, then what will happen? This particular cell itself will be stimulated to produce interference. Okay, it will be stimulated to produce interference. Now those interference, what will they do? They will coat the neighboring cells. They will produce a covering of the neighboring cells. When the neighboring cells are covered up, that means they get a coating, the virus particles which will replicate here, they will not be able to invade the surrounding cells. That is how the killer cells, that is how the interference, they work. Now moving on, interference, that is which I have already mentioned here. So lymphocytes released by activated lymphocytes, macrophages, or virus infected cells. So interference will be released by the virus infected cells, and that is how the mechanism, how they will walk and kill the surrounding cells. Now the cellular components of innate immunity. So it is a repetition, like the basophil or mast cells. What do they do? That is the mode of action we can see here. They will release, okay, basophils and mast cells present in the areolar tissue. Basophil is present in the circulatory system with the blood. Now what will they do? They will release chemicals that will cause inflammation and allergic responses. Then neutrophils, what will they do? They will ingest and destroy the invaders. They will simply engulf, phagocytose the invaders, the foreign particles, the pathogens. Eosinophils also similarly, okay, particularly antibody coated parasites, they destroy. In similar manner, phagocytosis. Then monocytes and macrophages, mechanism is same. The cells they attack might differ a little. Then dendritic cells, these are also some specialized cells which can kill pathogens. Natural killer cell, recognize and destroy cancer and virally infected cells. Okay, so natural killer cells, what will they do? They can destroy cancerous cells as also some virally infected cells. Virally infected cells, like say where the virus infects, as I mentioned, one more is interferon will be released by it, as also the natural killer cell will approach and then kill the viral. Now cytokines. Now what are cytokines? Cytokines are chemicals of low molecular weight soluble proteins. Okay, they are produced in response to microbes and other antigens. The interferon, which I mentioned a little while ago, they also belong to a category of cytokine. They will be released only when the cells are stimulated to release. Stimulated by what? Stimulated by antigen. Something foreign has entered the body and it stimulates those cells to release chemical, and the chemical will in turn create some responses to kill the pathogen again. The different types of cells which are responsible for release of cytokines are macrophages, lymphocytes. About lymphocytes, of course, we will learn in the upcoming lectures. Then mast cells in the areolar tissue. Endothelial cells also release some cytokines. Fibroblasts, granulocytes. So these are even natural killer cells. So these are some of the cells which can release chemicals, cytokine, okay, to release the chemical cytokine, which are proteins, which are special category of proteins which will act via cell surface receptors. That means to mediate and regulate the amplitude and duration of immune inflammatory responses. So whenever the pathogen attacks, okay, there is an attack of the pathogen into the body, these cells will be triggered. These cells will be stimulated to release cytokine, and then that means they will be activated to release, and consequently the released chemical will go and kill the invading pathogen or the antigen. So these are the different ways whereby innate immunity works in our body. In the upcoming lectures, we will learn about the acquired immunity as also the different types of immune system, immune organs in our body. Thank you.